Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Academia School Simulator, where in the previous episode we got some building done, and what I mean by that is the toilet for the staff is now up and running, so we've got that going for us, which is nice. We're going to continue on that theme of staff facilities in this episode and build, at minimum, the staff canteen, although I believe it is called a cafeteria. Yes, a cafeteria in here, so that should be good. But before we crack on into that one, there's a couple of things we need to take care of. Firstly, I want to go over to... what's the best way of doing this? Probably over to zones and then edit the zone, and I want to edit these zones here and remove the detention from the majority of these rooms, because by all accounts it actually costs you money to do this. So if we only have the one, then that should save us a lot of money. Actually, I was going to unpause it, but that would that recalculate? It has not, but it might do that in the next day. Bear in mind that we are on day 7 of year 4 here, so only a couple more days, pretty much this episode, and we will be finishing this year. But that's also another thing we need to touch on, because as people have mentioned in the comments, we do need to improve our staff, but that's probably something we'll do the start of next year, but we'll see. We need to go to schedule as well, and you can see we do have recess and lunch here, but I want to alter some of these. So we have probably the lunch moved down twice for both. Actually, no, what we'll do is go back up to top there, and then for the junior, which we do have 2 sets of, and then 2 sets of there. What's the best way of doing this? Because at the moment we've got lunch time at 12 o'clock for every single student, and we want to probably alter these. What I'm going to do is have the right, looks like we can't alter the lunch separately for the junior and senior, for the juniors and seniors, because they have the two classes basically, and we can't alter it separately for them. What I'll do then, I'll put the juniors at probably 2 hours later on. Actually no, we'll probably put 1 hour later on, and that should do us. But I think we will need to get some more staff, because essentially they're going to be cooking and cleaning while they're doing this, and I think that might cause us some problems, but we'll see how we get on. Let's unpause it and we'll go to the next day. This is after all something that is quite new to us on this one. So anyway, max speed out and go to the next day. It's currently getting close to 7 at night there, so we should go through to the next one. We do have decent money, which is something I'm very happy with, although it might have a problem when it comes to, there you go, back to 7,702 now, so that's really, really, really good. So yeah, removing the detention from these has worked out quite nicely. I'm concerned if the students go up and around here. It is very unlikely, because we haven't got an entrance in here. Actually, it would be there, wouldn't it? But we'll see how we get on. I'm very tempted to put a fence right across there, and indeed a full fence all the way around would be good, but it is just a case of money. So anyway, some students are unhappy. I don't know why. It does not state why. One thing to report here, I just want to check our delinquency. We have 3 bullies, 2 truant, and 13 smokers. As you can see, we are doing some counselling throughout the entire group set here, so that is fine. They're set to counselling where possible. However, we probably need some more monitors, and I don't think that would be unreasonable to get another one at this stage. I believe we only have the 3. Let me have a quick check. If we go over there, we can see, yes, we only have the 3, and 9 janitors in total too. Let me just max it out while we get some money. It'll get money in total at 7 o'clock there, and ticks over. That's fine. So 1 more monitor, because, like I say, I think that would be worth it. And then we're going to go over here and then finish this off. So we need to go over to our building, and then to the stone wall, and then that will go up to the end there. We will go down to the doors, and then to a standard door, rotate that around like so, place that in there, then over to our probably still building. Actually, I was going to zone it first, but we'll put the flooring in. So concrete tile will run up to the end like so, and then I also want to put this as probably concrete as well, because that's pretty much what the other one is. So we'll build that in there, that in there, and then that little section there, and that's cost us the majority of money, because that's just how it is. And this is actually the first time that I've went ahead and built a room that's got like an L shape in there, so I don't know how we're going to do this. Staff cafeteria will go to there, and then can we do that? Yes, it does actually do it. So as long as you click on one of the previous sections, or it might be adjacent. Let's actually try that. So we'll remove that. Go to staff cantina. That's a different thing, and put one next to it. Yes, you can see if it's next to it like that, it does connect it up. But just to remove zone, we'll double check one more thing. This is just for science, you understand. Put it next to each other. It doesn't work. Join it up like that, and it does automatically calculate it, although the box is still there. So I will remove that zone, and go back to how we had it previously. So there, and then there's a couple of bullying incidents there, but you can see we are catching the smokers and things like that. In terms of the art room and the music room, I do need more seats and other things in there. I've been collating some of the comments from previous episodes because a lot of stuff I've been missing as of late, but there you are. So hopefully we'll be able to sort that. In fact, I would like to do that now, but quite frankly, I want to get the cafeteria done in order to basically get more money. Actually, what is the completion for that grant? The completion for staff cafeteria is 5 grand, so it's very much worth doing that. So we need cafeteria table, food counter, plate counter, and bench, and I'm wondering whether or not the kitchen needs to supply that, but we will find out. Let me go over to objects, down to the cafeteria. I wonder if staff cafeteria is different. Staff lounge, science lab, no it is not. It's just the designation is the same. Sorry, the designation is different, but the placement of the items is the same. Now, I'm very tempted to just have a row right across there and then have the rest around, but that doesn't really seem to fit well, because at the end of the day, you would come in here, you would get your food along here, and then sit in these areas here. So I'm going to place one there, one there. Actually, do I want to place one there? I'll kind of rotate it around. One there, one there, one there, and then that wouldn't fit. So we could put them on the end. 1, 2, 3. That would actually fit right across there, but that actually doesn't sit right with me. One there, and one there. That would have to go right on the edge, which is not great either. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have 4 in a row there. So 1 and 2. I'm not going to put any more in than that because, quite frankly, I don't have the money. So rotate these round. So 1, 2. That's fine. We need a food counter and we need a plate counter. I think we'll have that one there. This one will rotate round to there. Does it require a vending machine? I don't think it does. Table, food counter, plate counter, cafeteria bench times 2. That is correct. Also, it does recommend a water fountain. I don't know if we need that, but I'm going to go to all and put hand sanitizer and place that in probably there like so. And that should be a legitimate staff cafeteria. Once we've done that, I'll then go ahead and place more stuff in the art room because we need more things for them to stand and paint on, otherwise known as easels, but obviously the memory failed until it didn't, and I remember what it was actually called. The Bob Ross stand. No, let's see. We're over to objects and to the art room and to an easel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I really like the gaps in there, but it's just not working out. And oh, there we go. There's the staff cafeteria done, so that is in and maybe working. I don't actually know at this point. Over to chairs, and we're going to place another row of chairs right across the back there. That should have that pretty much sorted. In terms of our to-do list, then we've got loads of things we can go for. School expansion, school architect, lounging around, which is to place potted plants, clocks, and bulletin boards. So we're going to accept that because I think we have already have those objects. Let's have a quick look. Objects here, and we're going to say plant. So potted plant, it does say bullying incident. Staff in the faculty lounge use some more amenities, 2 of each. So let's do that. So I'll place a pot plant in the corner there. It's almost if it was meant to be. In fact, I'm going to place one either side there as well. We will have a clock in there, which we'll place in probably, I would say, I like the idea of them being next to this, so you could just sit at the desk, quick look to the left. Oh, I've got a class in 10 minutes, and then they go. And a bulletin board, which will go in. Oh, it's actually not as large as I expected, which will go in there. And that should be another grant done. I don't know if the money we've just spent is the money I've just spent. Yeah, I think actually that's fairly okay. I think we'll be able to get. That'll be us a bit in profit. Okay. So with the 5 grand that we've got things like dishwashing mastery and leftovers and such. I'm actually going to go for that one would be quite a good one. So increases the speed in which they wash, because we've got this split now between some of the students and they're going to be eating at different times. I think it would be probably of some benefit to get more of those in, but we'll have to see what happens. This is the 3rd period there. If we check our schedule, we can see that the first one is 12 and then we'll go to 1. But the 1, we actually get more than the standard number of students because we've got 2 classrooms. Speaking of classrooms, I do want to eventually get this thing built because, well, if we're honest with each other, this one here is just going to be a copy over of the freshman and the sophomore ones. I'm going to go over to the right-hand side here to do a couple of things. Firstly, it is to change that permission to staff only, and then go over to our blueprints, and then erase, and we want to remove that there. Obviously, this is nowhere near finished. We have to put the other ones in, but we will see. And oh, hang on, what's going on here? So you can see we have some Boris Bryam hanging out with another student, and let's kick out the goon, because what's happened is they've snuck in there and they're doing all kinds of nonsense. We don't know what's going we don't know what's going there. I don't know if they're passing something over to them to, sell in the school, or just there's general bad behaviour. That's a word. But either way, we have kicked them out there. So we've said, look, you shouldn't be here, and scarper as fast as possible. In fact, you can see them there charging out. I believe there is an automatic way of doing this as well. If we go down to, where would it be? Fast amount is goon removal. There you go. Tired of playing hide and seek with goons? This research authorizes your monitors to remove goons without you having to lift a finger. That is, I believe, the first one that we've seen. Well, sorry, it is the first one I've seen. It's not necessarily the first one that's been here. A bit different. I would like to get the faster cooks and leftovers, which is pretty good. So increase the food production by 100%. So that should be quite good for what we've done there. In terms of janitor range, that would be good too. But mainly, we do need to get better teachers. So teachers are trained for larger classes to get +5 training bonus. We've got Greg's List. Use internet job advertisements to find teacher candidates more efficiently. 50% cheaper to find more teachers and good teachers. Okay. Spend some money accessing some good teachers. When clicking find more, at least one doctorate degree will appear. And then you got better teachers and then best teachers. I wonder if there's any way to train them up. I'm guessing obviously teaching training is +5 teaching bonus, which is good, and faster teachers is extra speed, which I think is something we'll probably go for after this dishwashing mastery, so they can get between the classes faster. That would probably be the way forward. Let me double check our reports here once again. Over to the toilet. No, not toilet, sanitation. Not too much of a problem at all there. By the way, today's beverage is a chamomile tea. We've got 29 dirt, 1 P, 2 feces, 1 letter, and some unpaved ground, which will hopefully be sorted. Actually, it's over there, and that is another goon, so we're going to kick that guy out. So we're getting a lot more goons coming into this place, so I don't know what the solution is. I'm really not too sure what the solution is. And is that another goon? Yeah, we got 2 goons. So apparently goons have just randomly started turning up, and I'm not too sure why. I'm going to start researching faster teachers, and then probably for the Greg's List as well. What was the other ones we could go for, which is here? Naming rights, renaming rights, decorative arts. No, I think it's all about the teachers basically, because if we look at the, where would it be? Would it be in reports as well? Classrooms, I don't know what the, you see there's Classroom 6 for sports, good. I don't know if there's any other amenities that we can get. Let me have a quick look at this one here. We go over here, we've got knowledge bank, so that is library and AV room. Yes, we have that. Liberal arts, we have the art and music room, and experimentation, which is the science and computer lab. So we've got all of that. We've got the oval track, and the swimming pool, and the basketball courts. We've got all of those. That is fine. I know people were saying about have we got a football field. Actually, I think they said soccer field, but football field, yes. And that would be quite good. Football, cricket, and basically like, loads of different sports would be quite good. Are most of these actually sitting down now? I think most of them are sitting down, although a couple are standing, but I don't know if there's anything else we can really add. I guess we could, if we wanted to, go over to chair, put some chairs in the corner there. That's not too much of a problem, and I don't know if we need more easels as well, but we'll have to keep on that. You can see a truant was caught there, it quickly popped up and then suddenly disappeared, but here we are. This is now 12 o'clock, so this is the first scheduled meal set. So this is where we've got only the juniors and sophomore students coming in here, which is actually the this is actually the fewer this is the smaller group of students that we have. So yeah, let me go over to building here and then to the all stone wall. I want to put a stone wall across and then up like so. Oh, well, I would like to do that, but oh, I can. Yeah, that's fine. I can actually build that. And there we are. So that's fine. That's just going to seal that off, and then obviously we need more expansion for the rest of it to get the mirrored classrooms over. The problem is that because of how it's split up, we might not be able to have every single person use things like the science lab and the art room and that sort of thing. So we just have to be careful on that one. At least some art is getting made there. Just have a check over on our inside. You can see some people are a little bit annoyed that they can't sit down. I wonder what would happen. This is a thing. I wonder what would happen if we expanded this to the right and just added another basketball court in. Because the zones What's it called? Just a court. Court. Requirements. Basketball court, sports bench, water fountain. That is the requirements. Okay. There's a delinquent student being set straight there as well. That is the requirements. So it does say it doesn't say one only. It just says you have to have at least these. So maybe if we had another one in along here, that will fix that problem. That would make sense for the class size as well. Okay, we'll see. So this is the second eating period. You can see it's now 1 o'clock. So this is the, what was it? It is the senior and junior classes coming in here, which we do have, I was going to say 2 of. It's not technically true. We have, well, I guess it is. We have 2 of them, but one of them is only about size 5. So it really doesn't matter. What have we got? 30 for, oh, sorry, 44 for one, 30 for the other. So it's mainly the 44 one. There we go. Fast teachers is done, and we now have teacher training available, so that's pretty good. So they're going to run a little bit faster. So you can see now that actually we have not had any food fights in here. We've had fewer students having problems there and not getting food and such, and it's been a lot easier on the cook. So actually changing that to there was the way forward. So excellent, very happy with that. So we finished off this little bit on the left hand side. That is now closed off. Obviously we do need to add the stuff in there, but in the meantime, is there anything that we can build? Well, we'll have to see. I'm just going to check over at our grants. Hang on, we should have that grant done, I think. Let's just go to normal speed, over to our to-do list. To do, nothing there. So we've got the different grants. We've got maintenance workers, research worker route, and create 2 worker routes. We're not going to do that. We might do it just to get it done. Linking up there is remove classroom from cafeteria link, research zone linking. That is actually, oh, school expansion 100. 2 grand advance, 3 grand completion, get 100 students. If we apply for that one, we get it straight away, which is something I'm very happy with actually. School keeper, buy land, buy school lot 1. So we're not going to do that. School architect is research school design and fancy doors. That's probably something we were going to go for anyway, so I might as well pick it up, but let's have a quick look. So we've got school design, then fancy... Did I say doors? I think I did. Let's go for school design anyway, so we get some more options. Not that we will probably use it, but this also leads on to zone link, which I think is quite good as well. And then teacher training for 10 grand, which, to be fair, teachers train for large classes and get +5 teaching bonus. To be fair, if we... I'm just checking over here. It looks like, yeah, they are actually, they're all sitting down. So that's pretty good. Happy with that. What I'm thinking is if we just don't spend any more money until tomorrow when we get the 7 grand, that's on top of the 4, we'll be able to get that +10 bonus, which should hopefully help us out. Over to our reports again and delinquency, and I will set some more smokers to the counselling there, although I'm going to reduce those and I'm going to prioritise the bullies. And actually you can't for all of them for various reasons, I don't know why, but you can see we put a lot of those in counselling. The majority are in counselling, I believe, so none in detention. It says a couple of free because they've not been caught by the monitors. We've got 4 monitors in total there, but we do have the sessions to try and set them straight. Yeah, very happy with the movement all this. This is like all something that's been collated from a couple of episodes and stuff. I've been meaning to catch up on that. So thank you very much if you have commented, and that's helped us out massively. We've got more money because we're not running all the detentions. We've got the better cafeteria, and overall just, yeah, happy with that. Let's go and check. I was going to check the staff toilet and such, but it doesn't look like to be. It doesn't seem it's overly used, which is fine. I just want to make sure I didn't need to put any more stuff in there. Smoke has been caught, probably, well, almost certainly in here. I don't need any more sinks. That's what I'm looking at. You can see they are using the hand sanitizers and such as well. And it looks like actually that person there, Lane, was using that first, then going to the toilet. So wash before and after. And over in painting here, we can see a mess has been made and some stuff's been put on the canvas, and I don't know which order that's actually in, but there you are. Over to science as well, and that is getting ran. We have got a room here which we've not yet built anything in, and I don't really know what it would be. If we go down the list, there's a lot of stuff we could possibly change it to, but I believe we've got most of the things that we need in the first place. So this is all of the rooms here. So art, AV, yes. We haven't got the buses, but we have got a general bus. Cafeteria and staff cafeteria, yes. Classrooms from freshman to senior, yes. Clinic and delivery, yeah, that's true. Faculty lounge, yes. Field, yes. Staff lounge, yes. Garbage, yes. Kitchen, yes. Library over on the left hand side. Music on the top middle here. Offices are on the bottom right. The running track's in. So is the swimming pool. So is the science lab. We haven't got, oh sorry, yes, female toilets and male toilets are in. You also have the neutral toilets as well, but we don't have to build those, but I think there is a grant for it, so we may end up expanding to that. Common area, which is, ooh, where is the common area? Common area is here. And that originally was over on the right, I believe. Computer lab, yes, and then the court. So actually there's nothing that we need to build there. So I'm going to spin out to max speed. You can see the students are streaming down and out through the front door. They're not going across here. That's fine. You can see there's a bit of dirt being left there, but it is dirt that is cleanable with our very efficient janitors who are now faster and better at cleaning up, which is good. I want to just go over to the right hand side, and there you go. There's loads of school design is finished. So fancy floors, landscape architect and zone linking, it's all opened up there, so that is fine. I do not, however, want to get that. I want to get them better teachers, and that's probably the way forward. Say students are unhappy, but they're not even here yet, so they're just assuming it's going to be a horrible day. But to be fair, it is this school, so perhaps they're assuming quite rightly. Waiting until the 7 o'clock, and then as soon as that happens, we get the money that we need in order to go for teacher training, which I don't know if is the right course of action. Teachers are trained for larger classes and get +5 teaching bonus. I'm guessing +5 teaching bonus is the way forward, so we'll go for that. Any bonus is good on that front, I guess, and there you go. So once that's done, where do we need to go from there? Well, I think probably getting these in, and that might even be a mandatory step, believe it or not. It depends just how we get on with that one. Let me just double check our grants. It depends on how much we pass or fail this year. Obviously this is the last day for year 4. Wow, I didn't think we'd get this far. So I'm just happy that we've got this far, and it depends how many people are left over. I'm just checking the art room, and you can see, yes, there are not enough easels. There's a lot of them standing around, and they can't do that. So art room, easels, and then, well, I guess, see, if I put that there, see, that's going to be right, that's not going to be where we want it at all. See, it would be right on the back there, so there wouldn't even be any place for them to stand. So I'm not too sure where I can place any more easels that would be accessible, unless I remove these and put 1, 2, 3. That's the way forward, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is, we have a random event, and I will accept it. So there is a nationwide competition to find the best history student. Enter a team of average history students, enter a team of good history students, and enter a team of excellent. So I'm guessing you have to pay, well, each one costs $1,000, so that's going to pretty much mess us up when it comes to altering the art room. But I'm guessing you can only do one based on the class of student you have, like the grading of students. So we're going to go for the best one we can, which is 60% chance of success. So we'll check that and resolve. It is correct, yeah. So congratulations, your students won the competition and school prestige goes up. Right, so I guess take that, rival school. So now that the art room is, well, it's still cracking on there. I want to go to objects and to dismantle. I want to dismantle all of these. I want to sell them all. But that's once these have actually been completed. You can see this is actually the smaller one. Let me double check. This is, it won't actually tell me. Brittany Musgrove at this time in the morning, 9:30. We can see that it will be, there you go, art on classroom 5. So it is the smaller of the junior classes. I knew it was one of those because of the size of the class there. But there you are. And I want to wait until, I mean, there's no real getting around it. If I wait, we're just going to have to redo it anyway. So There you go. So now I'm going to dismantle all of that and dismantle that. So we'll max speed it out, then go back to easels. And we're going to place easels from the left-hand side all the way across and basically just build 3 rows in. And they are building in the way I thought they might, which is not the way I wanted, but they were 1, 2, and then 3, and that's a bit better. So it says funds are running low. I totally accept that with the money having 26 generic units of currency, but hopefully now that the art room is expanded like that, even though it's very cramped, it's not something I like. I might go ahead and think about maybe making this the art room. Oh, hang on. The monitor is not someone suspicious. Where is the monitor? Seeing someone suspicious. There they are. Hanging around with his shades on, with the bandana. Maybe we're unfairly judging the fellow. But as a fact he's been whoops, got caught, and is now running out of a school through a staff door, so breaking legislation there. I'm guessing that... Oh, there's another one there. Why are all the goons turning up now? Interesting. Anyway, so 5th period coming up to 1 PM. And that means that this is the last day for year 4. If we check students here, you can see overall that seems to be alright. PE is a bit low, but remember we have built the course in this last couple of episodes. So that's understandable. In fact, some of them are quite poor for the freshmen because they don't get to use either of these things, I don't think. Language, good overall. Math, 73, so not great but not terrible. Science, good. Art, good. History, good. P's alright. I mean, maths is the one. Oh, there's the not someone suspicious once again, which they tend to hang around either just outside here or out the front, and there they go. Yeah, so we'll say kick out. There you are. We could, if we want to, use the bus stop, but it doesn't seem to be like it's a big issue at the moment. It seems to be that it's actually not too much of a problem. Rivals school rank is 743. Our school rank is 739. Hopefully, with the added prestige of adding all of these other things in, like the staff cafeteria, the toilet, and in the not the running track, the basketball court, the science stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we've added between the last and this grading. So I'm just hoping that we will be able to get a better grading. I would expect so, and certainly if nothing else, I'm hoping that we don't have the same amount of students as we had in the previous episode rather, where they were held back by a year, and there was a lot of them. That was this was like previous year, so let's see. So it says funds are running low, we understand that, but basically that is the end of this school year. That's 4 years we've been running this school, and in that time we went from a very small classroom and common room area and stuff around here. It was basically this size here, and then a little bit of the offices over on the right. Remember, we didn't plan it off in any great detail, we just said roughly this is what it's going to be like. But hopefully it has worked out. So we will check here. So this year's school rank has increased to 674, a very, very big jump. So very happy with that. So you have rival school in your town that everyone hates. Yeah, we know about that. So yes, we have reached rank better than we had previously. So passing rate is C, which is plus 10 prestige, 500 cash. You can see that highbrow high. It was 829 and went to 668, and we were 811 and went to 674, so it's a change of plus. It says, last year, sorry, 739, this year 674, so good, and interested students quite a bit as well. Cleanliness, maxed out A. Actually, I don't know if you can get an A star. You probably can. But either way, nice and clean there. 30 prestige, 1,500 A. Generic units of currency. Delinquency C at 10 with the plus 500. But we did accept them at the start there. And graduate pedigree is D. Very poor. We knew we were going to have a problem there. We knew we were going to have a problem. 1 dropped out with 31 failed. 102 passed, though. What type of students are there, though? It doesn't tell me. Let's have a cursory glance. So, freshman, 1 dropped out. Sophomore, except one failed. Junior, loads of failed, and then senior, loads of failed. We need better grading of staff, don't we? Next school, yeah. Okay, what we'll do is leave it there. We're in the build phase. We will have to see how much money we have in order to build more. Check out our admissions to see if there's any more students that we need to... I was going to say house, but that's not the technical term, but I think you get what I'm on about. Basically, see if we have enough classroom space for them, and maybe even look into getting some better teachers, but that'll have to be at the start of the school year, the academic year, because if we check departments here, we do have all of the students, but... So we do have all of the staff, but we do need some more that are better trained in other things, and that will require us to find more and spend money, and you get the idea. It also means, can we remove the other teachers? You can move other teachers, or sorry, you can remove them back to the teacher pool, but I don't know if we want to do that. I don't particularly want to be firing the teachers. I would like to rank them up, but I don't know if that is possible. We'll see how we get on next episode. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.